Hi there, everybody. I'm Andy, and welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die. The zombie horror crafting sandbox goes on forever game, okay? So, haven't been doing a whole lot of Let's Plays or uploading anything. Why? Because of this. This game has become so addicting, but not just to me, okay? My wife. Got my wife hooked on the game. She's a gamer girl. She's hooked on the game. She's been playing this game with me. So much that we went out and bought new headphones and used Skype and everything to talk, and it's really funny. And here, let me push that in because that looks a little annoying there. Okay. Now, so where are we and what's going on? Well, where we are is out on a random map. We're not on the NavGen, whatever it's called map. Gets too easy. So we started a random map. We found a place. I'm going to take you guys there and show you here in a minute. And the video is going to jump to when we get there because I should have started there, to tell you the truth. But we got tired of the biome that it's in, and we decided to come here and make a little place here our own. Now that we found this hut, I'm going to expand on it. But this is our property, man. We got our own pond and everything else. And I got my wall up. The spider monkeys can't get over it. Zombies can't bust through it real quick before they die on my wall. So, alright, I'm going to head to the other place where we'll show you around there. So, I'll be back in a minute. Bye-bye. Alright, here was our first place on this random map. Randomly generated map. And the forest biome and a lot of the map seeds I do have really extreme hills and really extreme terrain. But we found this little community in here. We cleared out all the zombies. And I've run into places like this before. And I always grab the farmhouse because it's got a basement that I like. So I connected the farmhouse to that building, put torches in it. I built my wall to keep, the zombies out. But of course, like I showed you in the other thing, that weak point is the door. And as you can see, there ain't no door here. No door. No door at all. Instead, we use a secret entrance. Now, we tried this out on NavGen. Oh, yeah, wuss. Quit smoking them cigarettes. Anyway. We put in a trapdoor well away from the farmhouse on the NavGen map. And it worked out really well. The zombies ignored it. They never messed around with it. And I was like frantically worried because it was a wooden trapdoor. I couldn't get the metal door to line right. And as you can see, I still can't get it to line right. But this is the way into our place over there. And we're going to do the Maxwell Smart from Get Smart thing. Woo! Okay, so got my miner cap on. Let me squeeze down in here. Let me squeeze. Apparently we've been, as much as they have you eat on this game, we probably are fat. So, but I've compartmentalized in case zombies do break through with reinforced steel door. That way they get bottlenecked. And of course keeping the entrances pretty skinny. Come on, get on up out there. And of course it comes up inside the basement of the farmhouse. I need to put myself a step stool here. Okay, there we go. Now, we were doing fine in here, cleared it out, got all sorts of goodies, all of our mining and stuff in here. The problem is, when a zombie horde comes through here, of course, zombies aren't exactly the smartest things in the world. They get stupid. The NavGen map, I pretty much took everything out. I took the whole barn out. I made that, and I walled that in. That's where it grow crops and stuff. Well, the zombies, they either go by or they don't like the wall. They get mad at it, so they want to take it out. So they start, Problem is they're standing on my upgraded log spikes. So they're like, so, and they die. And of course, the flanges that I got built like that keeps the spider butt heads from crawling over the wall and getting to us. Okay, so it's no problem. You gotta put up with some noise for a while, but the wall owns them. The only zombie that could defeat that wall is the cop, and fortunately the cop never seems to leave the blasted nuclear wasteland cities. Okay, so I don't have to worry about him. Well, here they get stuck in the other houses and buildings, and so all night long we're hearing, you know, the spider guy, you know, and everybody else just screaming away. And it gets really annoying and on your nerves, especially when you're wearing headphones, trying to talk to each other. And they're busy busting down all these other places and not coming to my wall and dying like they're supposed to. So, plus this bino. Listen. Now, I live in the woods. And here in South Carolina where I live, it's loblolly long pine trees. It's pine wood. Lots of underbrush. It's not really realistic in here. There's a lot of underbrush. But there's also oak trees, so it's a mixture. That howling wind you're hearing, whoo, in the background stuff, sorry. When the wind blows, you hear the trees rustling is what you hear. The insects you're hearing, it can be like that in the summertime, in the spring, and stuff like that. That's not so bad. But that howling wind thing, it was getting on both me and my wife's nerves living here. So we decided, that's it, we've had enough of this place. So that's why we're working on the other place. Hang on a minute, I gotta get something to eat. I swear, you eat more in this game than any game I've ever played. Even Minecraft doesn't have you eat this much. Come on, fill that tummy up. And you know what? I'm going to bring that with me. As a matter of fact, because I'm still in the process of moving, I'm going to bring all this good stuff. Like the chili's good stuff. You should hear when you eat the chili, man. Your stomach makes this weird noise. Alright, now like I said, I connected the brick building and my ear itches. Sorry about that, folks. And what I was doing was I was using the rooftop as a garden, and it worked out pretty good. Farming's a bit hard on here. It's hard to line up where you're supposed to put the plants, and if you miss, you can screw up, especially if you suffer from lag. And you go to plant the plant, and the green box to indicate where you're supposed to plant suddenly shifts up. A lot of your seeds, you'll drop, and it destroys it. And it's like, especially the coffee beans. I gotta have my coffee, man. Gotta have my coffee. And on this random generated map, my wife Tracy found one coffee bean. She gave it to me. So I planted it. And now I got 2 coffee beans. So I'll plant them. And of course, each one of those will give me 2, so I'll have 4. So I'll plant them and have 8. And I'll plant them and have a lot more, okay? But not here. We're moving. This place is just annoying. Plus, I get lost in the brick building. I keep trying to go out the door there. And then when I get down here, I kept going, you know, right instead of left here. So anyway. Well, this place might look cool and all. There's just like, I'm just going to grab stuff. And I just filled my inventory. I need to get my wife to help me move stuff. She's at work right now. Yeah, I know. She's at work and I'm playing. She's going to kick my butt for that. So, hang on. You know, certain things I don't need. We don't need the cotton. But we do need these. And I don't need that stupid post. But I do need these. The goldenrod. Okay. I don't need that dirt. The goldenrod is really important. And the reason it's really important is that you can make a tea from it. And we can do this in real life too. You can actually get, if you don't want to grow it yourself, you can get goldenrod tea. And it's supposed to have medicinal properties in it, you know. Supposedly it can help with inflammations and stuff like that. What it does in this game... Oh man, what can I trade out here? Here, I'll put it there. Oh, moldy bread. I'll tell you about that in a minute. What it's supposed to do for you in this game, or what is it rehydrates you a lot more than just regular water, and your hydration seems to last longer. So it's really good. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. I need to get... I need to get my wife here to help me. That's what I need to do. Here, I'm going to carry these iron ingots. Okay. Alright. We're going to have to do a lot of back and forth. Yeah. Why not? But I don't need a shovel. I have an auger. Why do I have a shovel? Okay, there we go. Pick up the sleeping bag. I'm going to drop my sleeping bag at the other place. So, sorry. Forgot where I was going. I was going to go out my secret way, but you know what? I don't need to go out the secret way. I'll just jump over the wall. Now, when we first started playing, what was really funny is you had me, my wife, and my son Josh were all playing at once. Which it was getting really laggy, and I'll explain that in a minute too. The thing about that, or not to let my wife, is she kept breaking her leg. She fell off the farmhouse, she fell off the wall, and she kept breaking her leg. We kept having to find or make splints for her. We go exploring, she couldn't keep up. And it seemed like every time she'd go to play, bam, she'd break her leg. It was like, really? Pull out my shotgun here. Okay. Moldy bread. I've experimented around with this, but I haven't been able to make it work. However, for reasons I'll explain even more later, I happen to open up the recipe file. It's the file for crafting. It's an XML file, so you can edit it with Windows, no problem. And in there, it shows you, what all's needed to craft stuff. Well, I don't think they have everything enabled, because one of the things they show you is how to craft antibiotics. Yep. Anyway. Oh, do we see her? There used to be a glitch where you know, fighting and stuff didn't work in the water. They fixed that. So if you think that you don't have to fight, remember, they fixed that. Hey, fatty. He always takes two for me. Anyway, looking in the recipe file, there was crafting for antibiotics, and it said that 1 moldy bread and potassium nitrate. Which you need the potassium nitrate to make gunpowder anyway. And so I was like, cool, we can make... I always thought you had to find it or have it airdropped in. I don't need either one of those. I've got plenty of it. So, but I tried. I tried the potassium nitrate as an ore and as a powder with the moldy bread, and I just couldn't get it to work. So, I don't know. That's like... you're supposed to be able to use the cans, the old tin cans. You can fill them with water, and supposedly you can boil it to make, fresh water. But I can't seem to get it to work. I don't know. I'm probably doing something wrong, but haven't figured out what yet. Mainly because I think it is so stupid that when you cook your food, you lose your jar. I'm like, excuse me? I cook. I'm the cook in my house. And when I use a jar, it does not magically disappear. It's still in my hands. So I gotta throw it away. It's trash. Or save it to put nails, screws, whatever in it, right? Well, in this game, if you cook, you lose that jar. It's gone. And I'm like, really? Like, well, I couldn't make it that easy for you. Now, I don't have an underground secret passageway yet. Here. I'm going to be working on that. Mainly because this has taken a lot of effort to build this thing. And I had a horde show up one night. I decided to stay the night, and a horde showed up. How big of a horde? Put it this way. See my sniper rifle that took me a lot to build? You'll notice, you look in the bottom left, right-hand corner there, it says 17, 4's loaded. 17's in the bottom. I started off with 100. When the horde was done, that's what I had left. And I had 58 crossbow bolts. 0. That's how many. They broke through the wall in several places. There were doggies. I mean, I love doggies in real life. And as a matter of fact, we think my dog SA, which you've seen in videos jumping up, I think maybe she's pregnant. She's getting really poofy outy in the tummy area. And she was in heat when I rescued her. So, it's possible she's been nailed. And I may have poopies. I love puppies. But, yeah, I can't keep them all. 3 dogs is about all I can afford to keep. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of stinky stuff that we're carrying that smells. Which was a wabbit. So why doesn't the bacon and eggs smell? That I don't understand. Bacon and eggs don't smell? What? I'm gonna go ahead and put the goldenrod in here. So anyway, been having a lot of fun with this game. It's really addicting. My wife, you know, she works like a second shift, like 1 to 10, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. She'll come, you know, get home about 10:30 p.m. and I'm like, "What, you want to play?" And she's like, "Let's play." I'm like, "Hey, get up early in the morning, man." So she's really addicted to this game. So, recipe files. Why was I opening them up? I'll tell you why I was opening them up. In order to build this, I was going to need the auger. You have to find the auger. You have to find a chainsaw. Well, in Navgene, it's pretty easy to find most of the time. You search garages, the cardboard boxes that are in garages, and you search the cars. Another good place to find a chainsaw and or the auger is the Working Stiffs hardware store. Okay. On a random map, those things are really hard to find. There's not many cars around unless you go to the blasted nuclear city or whatever. The neighborhood we were in, we searched every garage. There wasn't one. Well, I found online that you can go in and you can edit the XML file that's the crafting recipe file. So I did. And I created a recipe for the auger. Now, is that cheating? It's cheating. I was like, yeah, it's cheating. But at the same time, I didn't make it to where, you know, it's easy to make everything. See, I made my chainsaw. For example, you know, it's like, I could have said, craft 7.62 NATO rounds for my sniper rifle. Or just use forged ingots to make the sniper rifle. I didn't do that. I just changed these two things so I could get a hold of them. Because of the work I was going to do. If you want to do it, fine. If you don't want to do it, don't. There's no reason to do it if you don't want to. Me, with all the work that we were going to have to do here, I knew I was going to need these two tools. Other thing. Being realistic. I'm sorry now. The auger, that's not a real common tool. Now I live way out here in the country. Believe it or not, even out here in the country, you're not going to have an auger. Augers are for people who put down fences and stuff. It's not used to make a trench. What I have is a tiller, okay, to till the yard, to till areas I want to plant. However, there is something that just about everybody out here in the country has, okay, and in a small city that I live in, just about everybody I know lives in the city, unless they live in an apartment or something like that, has one of these too. A chainsaw. It is not that rare of a tool. Do you know how many people I know that have chainsaws? Everybody. And I wish it was that easy to cut down a tree with a chainsaw in real life. It's not that easy. And you can really mess up depending on how you cut it. So, you know, I'm sorry. It's like it was just way too rare of an item, the chainsaw. It's a really good melee weapon, but I'm here to tell you right now, you get 10 or more zombies come up on your butt, and you let them surround you, that chainsaw ain't gonna do you a damn bit of good. They are gonna beat your ass into the ground. real quick. That or you will bleed out. Because remember, in this game, you can, you'll get it's a heart symbol with an arrow through it. You'll bleed out. Because if you stop fighting to apply the bandages, they're just getting closer. You get mobbed. So as good as the chainsaw is for taking out the zombies, it's not like the ultimate weapon or anything like that. Okay. One more piece of advice before I'm going to end this video. Keeping it short. There's no reason for me to record it. I actually need to go record some other stuff. Excuse me. If you're going to play this game, if you're going to do multiplayer, and you're renting a server, or you're setting up your own server, or even if you're playing a multiplayer LAN game, some things to remember. 1. Set up a password. You set up a password, and set up a password. Okay? So not just any dingleberry can come onto your map. Here's the other thing to remember. If only you and specific friends that you know of are going to play, and who you are going to give the information to, do not make your multiplayer or server game public. Make it private. Why? Because there are buttheads out there that just like to come on people's map and kill them. And these are people that they've got scripted stuff that allow them that when they log onto the map, they spawn right there next to you or by you. And they'll spawn a rocket launcher and take you out before you can even go up like that. Okay? Me and my wife had this happen because I had forgotten to set stuff. And some butthead showed up with a rocket launcher, said hello, and I was like, oh crud. Fired it, killed my wife. However, what he probably wasn't expecting was the fact that my internet connection sucks. So he had some severe lag going on too. I was trying to exit the game really quick because my computer was hosting the game when he started shooting me. And I was like, oh, that's it. And I reached over to my tower and I went with the power plug. There we go. Okay. What did this do? First, of course, shut down the game. Shut down the computer. Shut everything down. So he was, kicked. The other thing it did was it didn't say what was going on. So the humongous hole that was in our wall and the fence and the house and stuff wasn't there. My wife dying didn't happen. Me probably dying also didn't happen. All our stuff was there. So you probably wasn't expecting that someone would jerk the plug on their power. But I knew that's what would happen. So I did it. However, just avoid the luz that buttheads like that do. Okay? Make it private. Just put in a password. The serious hacker is going to get into your system. But mostly these are just kids that they're bored. They don't have anything better to do. They've taken over Rust. And so newbies don't want to play on Rust. So they have to go find people to troll. And this is a game that they can troll on. If you don't make it to where they can't get onto your map. So remember that. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. And I will see you in the next video. Oh, wait a minute. That's the ultimate weapon. I keep telling my wife she wants to kill the rabbits, use this, not the crossbow. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Oh crap. The fox. Where is he? Where is he? Where's that fox?